Welcome to Based on a Book, the short story. Well, just a bonus chapter for you. We kind of thought that we had a few things to talk about that y'all might want to hear. So, I want to start with the hear me outs.
Wait, explain what a hear me out is first.
So, hear me out is that one character, that one situation, whatever, in I don't care if it's a cartoon, a story, a movie, whatever, that maybe you'd kind of smash. Like, hear me out.
Yeah.
Like,
You're like, hear me out, hear me out.
hear me out.
Maybe people understand, maybe they won't.
Yeah, you never know.
Yep.
But I want us to go over the titles that we've covered for this season, whether it's from the movie or the book. Give me a hear me out. I like right off the bat though. Let's just start because I don't know who to pick first to go.
Okay.
The first episode we ever did was Idea of You. Any of us have a hear me out from that?
No.
No, me either. Okay, so
Nope.
Leave the World Behind.
Yes.
Maybe.
Oh. Okay, so I do not have anyone from Leave the World Behind. What you got for us, Lindsay?
Okay, hear me out. Hear me out.
Okay.
Clay from the movie. So Ethan
I knew you were going to
Hawke.
say that. I knew
Ethan
you were going to say
Hawke.
that.
Yeah, I love Ethan Hawke.
Oh, no. I mean, I love Ethan Hawke, yes, but as Clay, no.
Kind of goofy and lovable.
Now, Kevin Bacon's character,
Danny,
but Danny from the book, not Danny from the movie. Because
I feel like that's obvious, though. That's obvious.
It is a little obvious, which is why I didn't write it down.
Okay.
I did write it down.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Clay from the book.
No.
No.
Okay, but hear me out. Hear me out. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like only specific people. My
We are
mom is
not
going to
Dr.
listen to
Seussing
this.
this moment. Nope.
My mom is going to listen to this.
Yep.
There's this guy in the book. It's a very specific kind of person where he's just like, the way that he acts, you could just tell. I'm sorry, you can just tell.
Okay.
I won't say anything else. If you know, you know.
Okay. I think I know.
Yeah, if you know, you know.
Mm-hmm. So
that's a legit hear me out. Because you know how much I hated that guy.
I did not expect that.
You know how much I hated him. But I just know. I know.
Well, moving on is The Wrinkle in Time. And I actually, hear me out. Hear me out.
Okay.
Mrs. Who? Wait, okay. Number one.
From what?
Both, either the movie or the book. Because, okay, first of all, Mindy Kaling is gorgeous. Period.
Yeah, true.
Number two, Mrs. Who speaks all those languages and, like, would have all those amazing quotes to, like, sweet talk you. And she's magic. So,
okay, yeah.
I'm just saying she knows all the right things to say.
Okay.
It was a good one.
Wait,
you have to admit it.
Carrie, you had one too?
Yeah.
It's the happy medium, isn't it?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, Lindsay, you go first.
Happy medium.
Okay.
From the movie. Zach Galifianakis.
I knew it.
Okay, mine's really bad.
Oh God,
no.
I'm scared.
Hear me out.
It's not the flying cabbage monster, is it?
No.
Okay.
Hear me out.
Oh, Lord.
In the book, hear me out.
Don't.
Aunt B.
No. Carrie. I can't. I'm done. Oh, no. This was a bad idea. I kind of get it, though.
She's just so loving.
She's so loving and accepting.
And she just, like, holds you.
I can't believe I totally get this.
She's just so nurturing.
Okay.
That was my most unhinged one. I didn't know we were gonna go in order like this.
Well, I didn't mean to go in order. We can go out of order.
I'm
We're in
sweating.
order now. We're gonna keep going.
I'm
Crap.
sweating.
Okay,
Not
okay.
Mrs. Beast.
Okay, the next one is The Mist, right? Yeah, The Mist.
Okay.
I don't have these written down, so I'm just guessing. I'm trying to remember.
It is The Mist. Yeah,
I do have one from The Mist, y'all.
Okay.
I do too. But you go first.
It's Ollie from the book. Because okay, so like he's kind of like quiet, chill, like bag boy type, keeps to himself, but like still waters run deep, right? Because then like suddenly, like they were like, "We got a gun. Who knows how to shoot?" And he's like, "I'm a competition shooter." Like,
Man took charge.
oh, he did. He did. When everything was out on the table, he was like, "Okay, we got to do what we got to do," and he did it. So, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. What you got,
see
Lindsay?
it. I see it.
I feel like mine's kind of obvious, but hear me out. Jessup from the movie.
Yeah. I almost put that down. I did.
That was probably one of my most obvious. I wrote it at the bottom of my list, but
I mean, it was a good one. It was a good one. What was our next book? I don't remember.
The Witches.
Oh, I
Yep.
have one from The Witches.
I do too.
Okay.
Lindsay, you go first.
Hear me out. Grand High Witch from the movie.
Not with those toes.
with the toes.
I've seen
I
worse.
mean,
She said keep her shoes on.
I will say
Socks.
I kind of get it if we can just get rid of those toes.
Yeah, the toes really freak me out.
Well, I had Bruno's dad because from the book because he was just kind of like, I don't want to deal with them kids. He's a mouse. Get rid of him. Ew. Like that's the man for me. Like,
Oh my god. Okay.
so yeah. Okay. What was the next movie or the next
War of the
title we did?
Worlds.
Oh, I did think about the tripods with their.
I thought about the tribe. I almost wrote it down and I was like, it might be too much. It might be too
Listen,
much.
they're in the book and in the movie. They're an advanced society. They have their advanced whatever civilization, advanced technology. So, I mean, what kind of advances could you do for me?
Yeah.
Just saying. Hear me out.
Almost said the tripod.
Hear me out.
Hear me out.
Okay, I'm hearing you out.
The artilleryman from the book.
I thought about him too, but he was crazy.
He was at the end.
Lindsay's
he
like,
just wanted to dig a tunnel. It's fine. He just wanted to dig a tunnel.
He wanted
Lindsay
to,
likes crazy.
I mean,
He can match my crazy. It's fine.
there you go. I almost thought of him. I was like, but then I couldn't get out of my head his character in the movie, which was just too for me. But the one from the book, I get it.
Yeah, I get it.
Which one's next? It's not
Scary stories to tell in the dark.
I don't have anything.
I don't have anything either. I wanted to. I really tried.
I did. I thought long and hard about it, but
I almost said Jangly Man, but
Not
mean-
the.
he's scary.
he's scary, but that could be interesting.
It's too much. It's too much. I tried to think of one like from the books, like from the short stories.
Right.
There was like a
Cold as
couple
clay.
Yeah, the cold as
Yeah.
clay one. I thought
Mhm.
of that one, and I was like, oh yeah. But I
Hey,
feel like
Ghost
that was
Man
it.
comes for me. Like,
Oh, I
okay.
love a ghost man.
Absolutely.
I love a ghost man.
Absolutely.
Every time. Every time.
Just call me Dr. Crusher.
All right. Everyone, Silence of the Lambs. Say your Silence of the Lambs.
I don't have one. I thought they were all
Lindsay.
too obvious, so I don't have any.
I mean, I have two, and they're both kind of obvious. Obviously, Hannibal,
Obviously.
but also Clarice.
Yeah. Yeah.
True. I put okay.
I should have
Hear me
written
out.
it down.
I'm scared.
Jack Crawford.
Yeah. No, I get it, but that's just it to me. Like, well,
Like
duh.
seriously? Okay, so as a as a romance girly, if this book was written by a romance author,
Yeah, now that he's a widow, he's a catch.
yeah, Jack Crawford and
Yep.
Clarice would have totally been a thing if it was written
Absolutely.
by a romance author.
You know what?
Mhm.
I was thinking different character. You right. Jack Crawford.
Mhm.
Oh, you were thinking of the
You know,
other guy.
yeah.
No, not that guy.
Not
No.
that guy. She
Wrong
says,
guy.
Nope.
No.
Jack Crawford, hands down. Yeah.
The one that was like trying to like manipulate everything. What the heck is his name?
The doctor who wasn't a doctor.
Yeah,
Yes,
that guy.
That guy? No,
No.
not that guy.
No.
No, Crawford. Like
I
feel
really
like-
liked Crawford.
Yeah, I feel like he's just a good guy. I like him.
He is just a good guy.
Hardworking guy.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's the next book?
Oh,
Time Traveler's Wife.
Time Traveler's Wife.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay.
Mine, hear me out. I mean, this isn't hear me out. Let's be honest here. Henry, but punk, like at his peak, punk Henry.
So, like, before he ever met Claire.
Yes, like when he is rocking it out, punk Henry.
I get that.
Like 20s punk Henry.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously he's going through some shit.
Obviously.
I'm gonna go through it with him.
You are ridiculous.
I'm really sorry for this one, but hear me out.
Oh no.
Gomez in the book.
I can see it. I almost put that.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I can totally see that.
Gomez in the book was blonde, beautiful, tall, broad, and a lawyer.
Yep.
Gomez in the book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, I get that. So hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me out. From the book, because they're not in the movie, Celia Attlee.
Mm-hmm.
She's crazy, but it could be great.
Loyal.
Mm-hmm. Crazy loyal. I mean, all right. You're gonna do all kinds of crazy stuff in the name of love. I'll let you. So that now we're at the uglies. Anybody got any from uglies?
I almost said just special circumstance in general.
Oh yeah, no, I get that.
That's it. Just special circumstance.
Mhm.
Like just something about special circumstance.
Mm-hmm. From the book, because again, in the movie,
hear
they're
me out.
creepy,
Period.
but- No, I'm with you on that one. But the majority of the characters in that story were children, so
Yeah,
just
so
kind of
no.
like, yeah.
Yeah, no.
So you have like Dr. Cable.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like honestly, she didn't do nothing for me.
Mm.
Shawshank.
Obvious.
I mean, yeah, really obvious. Yeah.
Andy Dufresne. Done.
Obvious. Yeah.
Yeah. That's not even a hear me out.
Right.
It's really
That's
not.
just-
Yeah. That's
That's
like,
just a hear.
Yeah. Here.
We hear.
Who we got from the birds?
No one.
No one.
For some reason, that movie just pisses me off.
The movie pisses me off. Even the book, like part of me is like Nat. He was like caring for his family, like but too obvious. You know what I mean? Like whatevs. So now we're into December.
Beastly.
Basically.
Okay, listen. I recognize that the character is a child in the book. And that instantly is ick for me. However, there's no denying that the beast in the movie was kind of hot. I mean, like, there was nothing about the beast transformation that would have made me look away.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Yeah. 100%.
Hear me out.
I know what you're going to say.
If you say Neil Patrick Harris is too obvious.
Will from the book.
Yeah.
I'm going book, Will.
Book Will. Yeah.
I mean, book Will. Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, definitely. Honestly, hear me out. Kyle's dad. Like,
hear me out, Kendra.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Now we're on to something.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
She's not a child. She's hundreds of years old.
Yeah.
There you go.
She's a witch. Okay, we got Turn of the Screw.
Turn of the Screw. Listen.
Haunting of Bly Manor.
So, okay, at the time of us recording this, I have not watched the whole thing, and I have not completely finished the book. But let me tell you, I have thoughts.
Okay.
So
we should skip that one. We should skip that one. Oh wait, Crystal, do you have one?
I have one, and I want to say
Okay,
it
okay. You say it. You say it.
Sorry.
You say it.
because as of right now, I'm only 3 episodes into the
Okay.
show. So you guys just can't tell me if this is a good one or not, or too
think-
obvious.
I think I know who you're gonna say. So
It's Peter Quinn.
I knew it.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I knew it.
Because I have a theory in my head of what's actually happening, and it's still hot. But also the uncle.
Don't say anything, Lindsay.
Don't say anything.
Keep your
Keep your mouth shut. But
Don't
can we go
say
back to the
anything.
uncle, the drunk uncle?
The drunk uncle. Because he went to the bar one time.
I mean, he's drunk all the time.
Don't say anything.
Okay, and the next one is yeah, don't say anything. Y'all keep your mouth shut.
Okay.
No spoilers.
Okay.
The Sobbin' Women.
Hear me out. Hear
Brides
me
for
out.
Seven Brothers. Any
me
of the
out.
brothers. Any of the brothers.
Hear me out.
Any of the brothers.
And we all know what I'm gonna say. Because this is a hear me out because he's an absolute asshole.
I mean,
it's Adam. Come on.
Yeah, I mean,
let's be honest here. Like,
Okay.
I hate myself for it.
any of the brothers. I got a thing for that kind of red hair. That like dark auburny red, like any of those brothers.
I mean, the man is like 7 feet tall.
Okay, hear me out. This
Okay.
is I think this might be more of a hear me out than your hear me out.
Oh God.
Gideon.
Aww.
No, he's cute. He's a cutie.
He's cute. And he was the one who finally stood up to Adam. And
Mhm.
honestly, the only one in the whole thing who ever stood up to Adam. So
Mhm.
Yeah, he's a cutie.
he's a cutie.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and that brings us to Christmas with the Cranks, skipping Christmas. It's been a while since I've read or watched this, and so at the time of this recording, I have not.
Yeah, so I don't have any from
So we're
that
just
one.
not. We're gonna skip that one. We're gonna skip skipping Christmas.
Yeah, there we go.
Skipped.
Wow,
Yay,
you
that
guys.
was fun.
The three of us are pretty messed up.
The Ant Beast one, really.
That's got me fucked up. I can't.
I can't even mention the one that's got me messed up, so you know.
I mean, just hold off.
Oh,
Just
my
hold off.
gosh.
The thing is I think I know what's gonna happen, and so I think I know what you're thinking, and like again, if we
that
just
one-
remove like it's okay. So I do know that he's a ghost, and I want just the ghost, not whatever bodily form he takes later.
I don't.
Just the ghost. Okay, all right, all right. I mean, I got a thing for ghosts. What can I say?
Abort mission.
Everybody's
Abort
like, Crystal,
mission.
stop. We can't. Okay.
Abort mission.
Bless you.
See, okay, so honestly, let's talk about that for a minute. We have a few minutes. Let's talk about that. How hard has it been this season to not spoil things for each other as we're reading?
So difficult because what everyone might not know is that we specifically do not message each other about we try our best not to message each other about the books we're reading
Mm-hmm.
and our feelings about the books and our feelings about the movie that we watch.
Mm-hmm.
So that our initial
Until the time of
reaction-
recording.
Yeah. It's all recorded.
Which
all
is
of our initial reactions.
Which is totally opposite from our normal book club.
Right.
Because
we just be telling each other stuff anytime we feel like it at that
message any time of the day.
Yeah.
What's going on?
What part are you at? What just happened? Where you know, what do you think of this? Who did you know about there? Like, but we want to save all of our reactions for you guys, for our listeners. And so not talking to each other about stuff. Like, we just got done recording the Sobbin' Women, that Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, I knew was going to be hilarious for these two to watch. And I was dying not knowing what they were thinking until we got to record. And it's been that way for a lot of these books. I think what was the hardest one? I think maybe The Mist was probably the hardest one for
Yeah.
me.
That was the hardest one for me because I
Yeah.
had seen the movie and I knew the ending.
And
Mhm.
I don't obviously I don't do scary movies. If you've listened to that episode, everybody knows at this point that I don't like scary, super scary. And as I was reading it, I was dying. As I was watching it, I was dying, and I couldn't say anything. I couldn't tell them what I was thinking, and I was screaming on the inside, and it was so hard not to, like, tell you guys, like, every single reaction, every thought, every yeah. That's
Yeah.
been really, I think, the hardest part of doing this podcast so far.
Yeah. I think my favorite one was actually our very first episode for Idea View. And that was when we initially decided that we were not going to tell each other our
Mhm.
reactions. And I genuinely was like, I have no idea how they're going to react to this book whatsoever. And at that point we had read like a couple like unhinged like romance books at that
Mhm.
point. So I didn't know how either of you were going to react to that. So seeing ratings like on camera recording it for the first time together was really fun. And even whenever we were doing like The Mist or even Silence of the Lambs, when we hit like a 5-star and we see it
Yes.
for the first time, record it for the first time, reacting to each other is so much fun. Or even a 1-star. Like
Mhm.
when a 1-star comes up and none of us know that we're about to give that, it's hilarious.
Or
It
Crystal 0 stars.
Yeah. 0.
Okay, so I will say I take it back, like, upon reflection after having had a chance to, like, get rid of the creepy crawlies. That was a fun read. I enjoyed it. I take back my 0-star rating, but, you know, I don't know, it's still scary and I don't wanna do that again.
Well, you're going to.
I am, y'all are making me
Spoiler
watch this
alert.
Bly Manor crap. Terrified.
Oh my god. When I decided on this one, I was immediately worried for you because I had already seen the series and I knew.
And I can't watch it, like, we all 3 of us have full-time jobs, and so, like, during the day, now that it's wintertime and it's getting darker sooner, during the day I'm at work, so obviously I'm not watching it, and then, like, I only have, like, 1 hour, 1.5 hours of daylight after I clock out of work to be able to watch an episode because I'm not watching that in the dark,
Mhm.
and
I
so
love watching it pitch black.
mm-mm,
I don't want any lights on. I wanna be scared to death.
Back to the
y'all
Mist
are
episode.
killing me.
Yes.
And I swear on all that's holy, the scarier stuff you guys make me watch, or the more scary stuff you make me watch, the more musicals I'm gonna make us watch. So, I'm
Joke's
gonna get
on
back
you.
at
I
you.
don't mind musicals.
Joke's on you, I love a musical.
Good, I'm making a list. Oh, it's this whole season has definitely been, like, I don't know, I'm very excited about what we've learned and what we have worked on, and honestly, even just learning, like, what schedule works best for us and when we're getting overwhelmed and, trying to make sure that we're allowing time, for us to kind of read and recover, but still have a personal life, which is part of why we're taking January off.
Mhm.
Or
And
when
I'm
you read the wrong book or watch the wrong movie,
Yep.
which I have
That seems
done.
like a common theme for you, Lindsay.
I like now in the last one, in Lindsay's defense, Beastly is called Beastly even in the 1.5. It just has a parenthetical
Yeah.
underneath it. So, like, I almost did the same thing and I had to, like, look 2 or 3 times to make sure that I was getting the right stuff.
I
Yeah.
didn't see it on the library book.
So, that's, we also kind of, the 3 of us have different, I don't wanna say, like, styles of reading, but, like, for me in particular for this podcast, I prefer a physical copy, and I leave a bajillion and a half tabs on all my books, and I have even written inside some of them. I feel like it's a little bit easier for me to do that than it is to do it on a digital copy, but outside of the podcast, I'm an audiobook girl.
Mhm.
So I feel like even that has kind of changed a little bit for me. But I spent way too much money on books.
Yeah.
So
I
again,
feel
if
like
there's any sponsors out there,
yeah.
hello, McKay's maybe, because I
Mm,
prefer used books,
yeah.
honestly.
I actually love how this podcast has, like, broadened my reading horizons, I
Mhm.
was very much, like, tunnel vision, romance reader, even with, like, fantasy books, like, I was like, "I have to have romance in my fantasy book." I mean, obviously, that's what I'm gonna gravitate towards, but I've learn to appreciate a lot more genres. Like, I didn't know I was gonna be reading so much damn science fiction up in here and actually enjoying it, okay?
Time travel
Oh,
and
I'm
shit.
time traveling all over the place,
I love
and
it.
I
I love
actually
it.
don't mind it, so
and legit, I've read scarier stuff than I ever thought. Like, who knew I would love Stephen King? Who knew?
yeah.
You know? So
So that's
definitely,
fun. It's been really fun doing that, and I cannot wait for our next upcoming seasons and all
absolutely.
of our plans that we have for that.
And we're still working in breaks. Just,
Mhm.
so if you've made it this far into this bonus material, next year's plan is we're taking January off. We're going to do February through June and then take July off, and then hit it again with August through December. Not going to say that that's absolutely solid. We might find out partway through the season that we're going to need a little bit more time. So we're
Yep.
committing 100% to February through June, but maybe August to December gets broken up a little bit depending on how we're doing. Because these books are not necessarily easy to read either.
Yeah. We're
Some of
dropping
these
an adaptation once a week.
once a week. I've actually did kind of some of the math between like reading the book, watching the movie or the show, and then recording an episode, creating social media clips, following up on social media, researching the book or the material. I spend about 20 hours a week doing this
Mhm.
on top of having a full-time job. So, and
Yeah.
that's on, some weeks are more, some weeks are a little less. But then, we've made the mistake a couple of times of picking what we thought were going to be short stories, easy reads, but they're short stories written in the 1800s and every page is a struggle to get through,
Yep.
you know. So we're learning as we go, and we're making some better decisions, I think, on our material so that we can try to get it out in a more timely fashion that works a little bit better for us. But yeah, it's a learning curve. We're getting there. And honestly, I think from episode 1 till now, like, we've grown so much just in that. In fact, I might go back and listen to episode 1 and laugh at us here in a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
That actually sounds fun.
it does. We should one day when we're super famous, we should listen to episode 1, like, we should get together and listen to episode 1 together, but record us, like,
We could stream
Mystery
it
Science Theater
live and
style.
do a drinking game.
Yeah.
We should. We should
Drink
totally do
every
it.
time Carrie says going to orbit.
Every time Crystal goes, "Like what?" Oh, Lord. Well, guys, I think that about does it for our little mini episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, what else we got? TikTok, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Like, share, subscribe, download, and seriously, tell your friends. Invite them along. Like, that's the reason we're doing this. It's meant to be shared. We want to hang out with you. So come hang out with us and join us next time for Based on a Book. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.